In the modern era of baseball, nobody has caused us to collectively scratch our heads more than Cody Bellinger. He's the biggest enigma in the league because nobody really knows what to make of him or who he really is as a player. He's the 2017 NL Rookie of the Year, 2019 NL MVP, a Gold Glove center fielder and Silver Slugger, and a World Series champion with the Los Angeles Dodgers. But he's also been one of the worst offensive players in the league, at times with a WRC plus lower than half of the major league average. Yet he's also unbelievably clutch in big moments and is a huge reason why the Dodgers won the World Series in 2020. Before we dive in, a quick reminder to make sure you're subscribed for more sports analysis, golf videos, tech, gaming, and so much more. More than 99% of you aren't subscribed, so why not? After all, it's free. Now here's the main part of the video. Cody Bellinger's rookie season was one for the history books. In just 132 games, Bellinger belted 39 home runs with 97 RBIs, with a 933 OPS and an OPS plus of 143. Bellinger's rookie campaign is one of the more impressive rookie seasons in recent memory and was a slam dunk to win top honors among all rookies. Bellinger did, however, take a step back in 2018. Though his .260 average with 25 home runs and 79 RBIs is a solid year for most players, it was a significant step back by his lofty standards. His .814 OPS is still good, and his OPS plus of 120 is still higher than the major league average. And he played in all 162 games, which is a true rarity these days. If his 2017 rookie campaign was any indication of his potential, then we got a great view of his ability in 2019. Bellinger's first half in 2019 was absolutely gargantuan. In the 88 games pre-All-Star break, he hit .336 with an absurd 1124 OPS. He also belted 30 homers with 71 RBIs while playing elite level center field. His second half of 2019, though, is another story. Bellinger struggled mightily, relative to his first half that is, and hit just .263 with an OPS of 917. By many standards, that's still a great year, but for Cody Bellinger, it was a disappointing second half of 2019. Seeing him regress to the mean in the second half, especially given the video game numbers he put up in the first half, is completely expected. Nobody can sustain that pace for a full season unless you're Barry Bonds, and even so, Bonds would have been happy with some of those numbers. Bellinger's 2020 season, by his lofty standards, was yet another disappointment. His .239 average and 788 OPS, coupled with 12 homers and 30 RBIs in 2020, wasn't anything like we had come to expect from Bellinger. Truth be told, he still had a decent year from a more in-depth analytics perspective. Playing in 56 of the 60 regular season games in the pandemic-shortened 2020 season, Bellinger posted a 1.4 F-WAR and 112 WRC+. He also posted a 0.4 UZR and 5 defensive runs saved. So it's not like he's costing his team runs while producing none at the dish. But the postseason gives every player a chance to rewrite their season and their legacy. And indeed, Bellinger seized that opportunity with both hands. He robbed Fernando Tatis Jr. of a home run in the NLDS and launched a go-ahead home run in Game 7 of the 2020 NLCS to send the Dodgers to the World Series, where they'd go on to beat the Tampa Bay Rays in 6 games. What should have been a springboard for a big bounce-back year for Bellinger turned into a huge step backward for the former MVP. 2021 turned out to be the single worst season of Bellinger's career by some distance. Not only was his WRC plus of 47 well below major league average, his F-WAR of -1.0 is by far the lowest of his career. His walk rate dropped from 12.3% in 2020 to 8.9% in 2021, and his strikeout rate jumped from 17.3% all the way to 26.9%. Bellinger also missed significant time due to injury and only managed to play in 95 games. But once again, the postseason can erase any misfortune, any bad vibes, any sort of disappointment from the regular season. And Bellinger yet again reminded us of his abilities. With the Dodgers staring down the barrel of a potential 3-0 series deficit to the Atlanta Braves in the 2021 NLCS, Bellinger launched a shoulder-high fastball off Luke Jackson into the right field seats, sending Dodger Stadium into a frenzy. I was at that game, and I don't think I've ever experienced a louder atmosphere in any public place, including concerts and NFL playoff games. Dodger Stadium was literally shaking, and it wasn't just because they'd come back from a 3-run deficit to win a big game. It was because a player who had struggled so mightily that year came through when the team needed him most. But the Dodgers came up short in 2021 and needed to see big adjustments from the one-time MVP. 2022, however, was more of the same for Bellinger. He posted an 86 WRC plus with a higher strikeout rate and a lower walk rate than 2021. A disappointing season to say the least led the Dodgers to non-tender Bellinger at the end of the season. His time with LA ended rather unceremoniously. Bellinger then went on to sign a one-year, $17.5 million contract with the Cubs. And in his return to Dodger Stadium earlier in 2023, Bellinger robbed Jason Hayward of a home run, reminding Dodgers fans just what he can do. And of course, he was booed. If his career with the Dodgers was the whole story, it actually would be fairly simple. Bellinger was just a young talent who rose to the top of his sport incredibly quickly, but just couldn't make adjustments to the league, making adjustments to him. But there's so much more to it than that, which makes the story that much more compelling. Bellinger's 2023 season with the Cubs so far has been marred by injuries, but in the limited action this season, Bellinger has actually played really good baseball. His 2.5 F4 accompanies a 136 WRC plus, a 305 average, and 884 OPS, along with a much lower K rate. So maybe Bellinger really is more like the player we saw in 2017 and 2019. With the Cubs struggling this season, Bellinger may well be traded to a team in need of a very capable left-handed bat with a real chip on his shoulder. Many people, myself included, counted out Bellinger after his last 2 seasons with the Dodgers, but his resurgent 2023 has reminded us all of his true potential. At his best, he's a proven MVP caliber player with the tools to make him one of the best in baseball. The thump he can provide any team from the left side, coupled with his raw athleticism and baseball instincts, makes him a must-watch athlete. But the decline of Cody Bellinger has fans, scouts, and executives around the league scratching their heads. Who is the real Cody Bellinger? Is it the version that won Rookie of the Year, MVP, and a World Series? Time will tell what to make of Cody Bellinger. For now, we'll just have to wait and see. That's all for this video. If you've made it this far, a like is very much appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.